We got some bad news for Donald Trump's favorite restaurant, favorite business, perhaps even more than his own, and that is McDonald's, okay? Not even his big orders, the double filet-o fish, the Diet Coke, not even his McDonald's parties for basketball teams can apparently save them because they're hurting economically, okay? Consumers are spending less money, and even McDonald's, this beloved institution of American capitalism, is not immune to that. It saw, in fact, its sales slip in the first 3 months of the year. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't the economy in general do bad? And yes, and I know what you're wondering. Is that Trump's fault? And also yes, but McDonald's is supposed to be able to weather this sort of thing. I mean, their food is relatively inexpensive compared to other restaurants. People have grown up indoctrinated into the cult of that clown with their Happy Meal toys and the golden arches everywhere and the pound or two of salt that they put in every order of fries. And so you're supposed to develop that affection for it. And at this point, I just want to be very clear. I am more into McDonald's than probably anyone else. So I'm not putting this onto other people. I love a McChicken, but they are actually hurting. And so the financial results point to particularly economically jittery customers. Their revenue fell 3%. Now they still made $6 billion in the quarter, so that's not bad. But their net income also declined 3%. Global same-store sales dipped 1% in just the quarter, 3.6% decline in the US overall. And so, it's not like, in some cases, the trade war and the tariffs and all that have led to a boycotting of American products. And you might imagine that, well, maybe like a fundamentally like an Americana brand like McDonald's is just really hurting and the Norwegians aren't eating it and the French aren't eating it or whatever. No, they're still kind of eating at the same rates. It's us that are dropping back on how much of it we eat. And there's a lot of potential reasons for that. Tariffs definitely can be a part of it because some of the ingredients that go into the meals have to be brought in. They're more expensive. And I think a lot of people have noticed that McDonald's prices they're not what you might remember from when you were younger. I grew up on the dollar menu. And even then it always seemed like kind of a weird deal that you could get an entire burger for $1. And true, it's not actual food or anything. No actual food went into the making of it, but it looks like food. It tastes pretty good. It's got lots of salt in it. But the prices have been going up. Now, they have tried to get out in front of this and deal with the fact that the perception of McDonald's being affordable has taken a lot of shots over the last few years. They put out their McValue menu, which I believe is like $5 for a meal. So sort of hearkening back to an earlier time. But even that hasn't been enough. They have a new menu, and again, not enough. And so there's a lot of issues for a lot of restaurants, and tariffs are definitely a part of it. But I just want to throw out one thing to think about, okay? So I haven't seen as much national conversation about Ozempic or all of those other Wegovy. You've seen the ads all over. Mounjaro's all over. Man, you can't go on Reddit for 5 seconds without seeing a Mounjaro ad. But anyway, when that stuff was getting more popular, people talked about, well, that might start to hit the restaurants. And maybe in particular, something like fast food, which is supposed to be kind of like an impulse buy. Like you're driving around, you're like, I'll get a burger or something. But like, if more and more people are on these drugs and the numbers show that they are, maybe we inevitably will see a little bit of hit to these places. And I haven't for some reason seen that discussed in this economic news for McDonald's, but it's just something to think about. Long term for some of these restaurants, you might see a hit to that, but we'll see together.